Hello, everyone. Hey, sister girl, how are you? Hi, everybody. My name is G Brown, G Brown, the lifestyle changer. I am a certified nutritionist and a lifestyle changer. Listen, we don't subscribe to the standard American diet myth. That is a myth. Tonight, we're going to mark the steps forward together. You see everything that's going on. Food prices are going up. SNAP benefits are being cut. Medicaid possibly ending. And guess what? Nobody's coming to save us. Robyn and I come live every Monday at this time. It's time, y'all. It's time for you to take your own health in your control. But that's okay because today we're going to show you how to save yourself. This is not before we've come on and the ha is over. If you're panicking about what about my insulin? What about my diabetes medicine? What about my high blood pressure? What about this medicine? Oh, this nerve over here. I can't do my hair. What about my migraines? I'm telling you, you don't need that medicine. But there's something that you're going to need to do. It's through your plate, your power, and your choices. So, who are we talking to? We're talking to women, Black women, about carnivore, our health, our freedom, no more dependency. We will care less about government cuts and take back our control.
Hey, everybody, welcome back, you guys. My name is Robyn Heron, and I am your carnivorous grandma. So I am also a certified in nutrition. I am also a health coach and a warrior for women who have been told that survival is enough. Thriving is going to be our goal, right? So again, just as G had mentioned, we're seeing this every day at the grocery store. I was just talking to my sister in love about it. Like how the ribeye steaks went from $10.99 a pound, $9.99, $8.99 a pound, and they're all the way at $20 a pound and above at this point. The grocery prices are way higher. Everything is so expensive. Our health care is getting harder to access and all of that. So we're not powerless though. That's the key. We are not powerless. So tonight we're going to give you some practical truth. You guys, what I want to say to you, and I saw the Carnivore cutie talk about this. She did a little short video and it said, is carnivore for Black people? Because Black people think carnivore for white people. Carnivore is for all people. It's for all people. So this is a big tent. Come on in, come on in, come on in and change your life. So we're going to give you some practical truth tonight. We're not going to give you fear. We're not going to give you fads. And we're not going to give you no bunk. We've been getting a lot of bunk around here. It's free information. We come here every week. We talk to you guys for free. We've been doing this for almost 3 years. Our third anniversary is going to be coming up here in a few days. And every week, every Monday night, I think that we have barely missed a night. Maybe one
We
of us
have it.
maybe one of us missed another, but we have barely missed a night because this is such important information that you need to know. Now, if you want accountability, we got that for you too, because we do have a Marco Polo group. We got a free Facebook group that's free. You can come in there. Ladies, come on in there for free. We have a Marco Polo group for accountability where we're talking about intentions every day. What are my intentions around food, eating, movement, mindset, all of those things for 66 cents a day. Now, that's really inexpensive. But tonight we're giving you something that's worth more than money. It's priceless. And what we're giving you is freedom. Freedom from the fear that's holding you back. We've been doing this for over 2 years. Over 2 years. And look at us, we're thriving. You've seen our pictures. I don't know if you want to pop up a picture, but you've seen our pictures. You've seen how we look before. I
Oh,
come
hold on, Robyn. Let me go down here
Mama
to
over
you.
there. Yeah. Look at Big Mama. I mean, I looked sick and I was sick and my skin was showing it forth that I was very, very sick. So, what we want to offer tonight is freedom from what's holding you back from trying something that's such a huge game changer and a huge life changer. So, let's take our health back together tonight. All right, G.
Okay, no, segment one is for you, boo. One of the
Oh,
things before you go on, no, let me just say this: 66 cents a day. I'm agreeing there with Robyn. One of the things that her and I were talking about before we came live, I was sharing with her. I say, Robyn, we were able. I'm listening to insurance prices go up with this big ugly bill, and but for Frederick and I, we cut our insurance by $4,200 for the year because we averaged out. We were paying, now we he was 600 about $600 a month for our medical insurance. And over the last 2 years, let me just show y'all real quick. This one is me. This one
mm-hmm.
before and after. And so when we talking to you, this was me as a vegan in the middle. This was me at the standard American diet and on the right carnivore. This is life changing and game changing for us. Now, with that, I'm saying to him, like, why are we paying $600 a month and now the premium is going up? I said, we haven't been to the doctor. We didn't need a refill, because keep in mind, they'll give you a 3 month supply, but a lot of times they won't write a prescription for another one. They need to lay eyes on you. Do you go
Mm-hmm.
in, there's another copay and all of that. Oh,
Yeah.
Frederick and I don't do that anymore. 90% of the people in the carnivore community are not running to the doctor like that. So why are we paying these premiums like that? So by the fact that they are doing that and going up, sister girl over here don't care, because we can get our blood pressure checked and blood work. I get more blood work now than I did before. We would just do our annuals and then what, cross your fingers hoping that like your cholesterol and all this stuff, that you had good glucose test. Well, now I've learned the in-depth test to have done. And I
Mm-hmm.
found an outside lab that I can just order from, and I go right there to LabCorp. Same people that in the office that take it. Put my arm out, they pull it. In 2 days, I get the results. I can
Yes.
share them with my doctor, but I'm paying for that. That cost me about $150. So why am I paying all of that in medical? No, that's the stuff that we want to talk about. Go ahead, Robyn.
Well, I mean, we see that the system is definitely changing, right? We've talked a little bit already about the fact that now I'm looking, so it doesn't necessarily impact me, but I'll tell you what, there was a day when it would have, right? My kids were small. I had SNAP. I don't know about y'all, but I had SNAP. I had welfare. They used to call it welfare back then.
Wait a minute. We had no fancy card. We had the paper money
The paper money,
that
exactly. Yep. We had
you
food
tore from the
stamps.
book, baby.
We had food stamps, right?
Yes.
It's changing and how difficult that is. The benefits are being reduced, they are changing the policies. These are things that you can look up for yourself if you want to just be curious about what's happening with these benefits that people have had. Just look it up, just Google it. 2025 changes to SNAP benefits, changes to Medicaid, changes to housing assistance, you know and so it's challenging times. So having to be running to the doctor all the time for a prescription is problematic when a lot of the things, I dare to say most of the issues that we're dealing with are issues of lifestyle. It's too much sugar causing too much insulin, causing too much inflammation, and so they're easily reversed if you're willing to do the work. So for so many women, especially, and I mean, I'm a Black woman. I'm sorry, y'all. This is what it is. I'm a Black woman. It means a lot more struggle when these types of things happen, right? I mean, I have family members that are impacted by this. You know, if you're seeing, government workers that are being furloughed, I have a friend that goes to my church with me that's going to work every day, but not being paid right now. I mean, how challenging is that, right? And so it means more struggle. And so, what we need to really and truly understand is that the system was not designed to heal us. Never, never was designed to heal us. It's designed, I mean, honestly, to keep us sick, coming back from war, and come and get those medicines. Coming to get those medicines because they're multi-billion dollar industries, right? So they're going to let you die sick before they teach you how to live healed. So that's why we're here. That's what we're here to do, is to teach you how to live healed. And I want to say that the scripture says, I would that you would prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. And so many times we forget about the be in health part. And I was just talking to somebody about this, about how, a lot of times people of faith don't have a lot of vices. They maybe don't drink alcohol or smoke or, do drugs or stuff like that. But the vice that they have is food and sugar. And so it's really, really detrimental to our health. So we want to teach you how to live healed. I'm really not saying that to judge anybody, because you saw our pictures. You saw where we came from, right? It's with love and kindness that I'm drawing you to change your lifestyle. I'm trying to draw you to change your lifestyle. I definitely have been there. I know what it's like to need help. And I know what it's like to be dependent on a system that is not designed to nurture and benefit you. It is designed to keep you stuck, right? So it profits from our illness. And if we don't pay attention, we're going to stay stuck. So we have been trained to budget for all these pills, like, right? So you got the FSA and the HSA, right? Budget because you're planning on having to have a medical emergency. You're budgeting to have a surgery. You're budgeting to make sure that you can pay your copays and you can pay your deductible. You're doing all this budgeting, but not for your own power, not to take the power back into your own hands, which is very, very possible. So we're planning for all of that other stuff, but we're not planning for the cure. And the thing is that we've been told that these things are chronic and incurable. And what we're discovering is it's the food.
So much of it is reversible. Oh my God, Robyn, you have touched on some wonderful points. It is. It's like, wait till I tell y'all this part that I want to tell you. No, I'm gonna tell you now. They feed you the poison and then they sell you the cure, but they're not curing you. They're stringing you along. I've visited sick in the hospital. And everybody in the room that knows pretty much where you okay. We see this person is not gonna make it, but we're in the room praying, and they come in the room still drawing blood for what? Everybody in the room know that they not gonna make it. They 99 years old, and they still drawing blood, still running tests, and then if by chance that God calls you home, you still got to, your family still got to pay to bury you. You don't get out of here cheap.
Right.
This is a money trap. Big
Yes.
food, big pharma, profit from our pain. Listen, sugar and junk keep you sick, tired, and easily controlled. Because
Mm-hmm.
see, when that word came out, if you start losing power, you think about the insulin that's in the refrigerator. Excuse me. When these different things start happening, it's like, wait a minute, what do you mean? There's a shortage. I need that so I can breathe. I need that. You start thinking of the meds that you need to help your life live, whether it's pain medication, anything, the ones that they told you you need to take this for the rest of your life. Been there, done that. And guess what medicine I take now? Water. There's no meds. The majority of things that they tell you is not, it's true for the way that you're eating. So the trap is, once again, they feed you poison and sell you the cure. Let me just, how many of you, I want everybody to go look at their toothpaste container when they buy it, or look at the back. Did you know that the toothpaste, even children's toothpaste, says if it's swallowed, call poison control?
Mm-hmm.
But you turn around and tell your kids, make sure you're in there brushing your teeth. If they was brushing it with lye, would you be standing in there watching them? Because the container says if they swallow the toothpaste, called poison control. We're putting toothpaste in our mouth that says it's the fluoride in it. It's money. So who are we speaking to tonight? We're talking to those people, and okay, so I'm letting you know your belly hanging over, then dunlapped over, swollen ankles, the fupas, the size 3X shirts, the blood pressure pills, the daily headaches, the psoriasis, the sores, the darkness under the eyes. Those are the people that we're talking to. So let me ask you, if you in here, you're listening, whether you've been cured from it, it's something that you're dealing with right now. Put some things in the comments that's going on with your body, whether you realize it or not. For instance, skin tags. There's a lot of things going on with your body that you didn't realize that it was coming from sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's coming from sugar. So we say it again. I'm not here like pow, pow, pow. We're not here to do that. We're here to share this knowledge because you don't need to take a prescription. You don't. If you gain in sizes every year and you taking pills, are you healing or are you still decaying?
Mm.
I met a woman on the ship and I think she told me 47 years old. I said, girl, I'm older than you. I'm turning 62. She said, no, you're not. And I had told because she told me that her leg was hurting. And I said, what happened? She said, nothing. I just stood up and it's hurting. And she was well oversized. She was. And so I'm trying to share with her, flour and water makes glue. Flour and water is in bread, pasta. It made cake, cookies. It made glue on the outside, it's making glue on the inside. And she said, well, I'm Italian. I say, how's that working for you? Because see, what did that have to do? You want to talk about the food? Well, I'm black. We have soul food. But I tell you, I'm passing you a casket
Yeah.
because sweet potatoes with the sugar and all that we put over in it to make it taste real, real good. And then somewhere, somebody, this is the this generation, put the marshmallows and stuff on top because that's just even more sugar. No, that's not how we were supposed to eat. So let me just say this. This isn't shame. I'm holding up a mirror. Nobody that I knew was talking the way that I'm talking now. I thought it was vegan that we were supposed to be. And I dreaded that. I sat there and I listened. I was like, okay, okay, okay. Hold up, hold up. Wait, I'm going to get right. I'm going to get right. Okay, vegetables. So then I started thinking. Now I do like beans and rice. Okay, I can do that. Oh, but I can't put no salt pork in it. Okay, okay, okay. Wait, wait, wait. What else? What else? What else? I guess I can do some smoothies. I can make a pot of greens, but wait a minute, I can't put, what am I supposed to see? Now that's what I'm doing to myself, trying to find my line in this vegan world. Okay, okay, avocado. Okay, avocado toast, avocado and tomatoes. So I'm trying to think. All right, but wait a minute, which one has gonna have the protein? So I need to eat this. Okay, I can do peanut butter. So I'm sitting here trying to think how to pull in these different the nutrients that I needed. And meat had all of what I needed. So let me talk about it. Step one, what is it that I'm asking you to do? I'm asking you to eat real animal food. If it had a mama, you can eat it. And don't tell me about I'm not gonna kill an animal. You kill plants all the time. They're living.
And with the plants, you're killing all kinds of animals too.
Yes, because that's what a lot of them eat. And you was just supposed to eat the animal. That's it. That is it. That's where it starts and stops. Because plants have toxins in them. Plants don't want you eating them. Plants give off those toxins because you don't see every animal eating every plant. That's not what they do. They eat the ones they are designed for. That's it. But every time I turn around, y'all doing something new. I tell people all the time, kale used to be the decoration on the salad bar covering the ice. Somewhere they told you to put it on the plate, and all of a sudden now you're making kale chips and smoothies. Parsley used to be the decoration when you got your steak, the little greenery. Now it's a staple seasoning. Why? Because people started eating it and not falling over. But let me tell you something, the poppy seed, the coca plant, the marijuana plant. Plant is a plant. There are different toxin levels in it. And a lot of your pharmaceuticals are made from a plant. One of the best antibiotics in the plant world is oregano. So you pretty much crushing up amoxicillin across your spaghetti or anything else you put oregano in. You're eating an antibiotic. So I say this to you. Plants are for medicinal use, period. So what do I need you to eat? Beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Beef, eggs, butter, and don't forget your salt. We eat what God gave your body, not what the industry made in a lab. How I know God wanted you to eat the meat? Because he gave you a gallbladder. And a gallbladder is to break down the fat that you ate from the meat. That's it. You lost your gallbladder because you were eating everything else and the bile sat in it, either turned into a gallstone or it turned into sludge and you had to have it removed. But if you keep eating meat and fat, saturated fat, it'll keep putting that bile on it because that's what was supposed to happen. Hydrate and replace the minerals in your body. You have no energy, it's probably because you don't have enough salt in your body. Salt is high blood pressure. Well, how's that working for you, eating that bland food and putting them other seasonings and stuff on it, knowing it don't taste as good?
Is it
But you
actually
still take,
lowering your blood pressure? Or are you still
right.
taking blood pressure pills?
That's what I'm saying. Are you taking the blood pressure pills, eating less salt? And then don't eat the pork, because those now. But I eat pork and salt all the time now. And I had high blood pressure, but not anymore. Hmm. Wonder what that was. Remove the sugar. It equals removing the chains off of your life. Watch this here. Freedom starts the moment that you cut out the sugar. The top 6 foods you must stop eating. And some of this is going to hurt you. And that's the reason why you turn around and say, I ain't doing it. Well, this is an intervention. So if you were doing an intervention and you had a family member that was strung out on drugs, cocaine, crack, any of those that you want to talk about, and you start telling them they need to go to rehab, they're going to start thinking, oh, wait a minute, no, ooh, what my body got to go through. Well, this list, you're going to do the exact same thing. So that should let you know you are an addict. So you need to take control of your life. I'll say it again. If you are overweight and all these other ailments, you are an addict. So coffee, no, sodas and sweet drinks like Coke, sweet tea, energy drinks, fruit juice, liquid sugar straight to disease. That's what it is. Bread, pastas, and healthy whole grains. They told you it was healthy. Wheat, bagels, oatmeal, tortillas. They all break down into glucose, which spikes your insulin. Cakes, cookies, pastries, donuts, muffins, cupcakes. Inflammation disguised as a dessert. Candy and processed snacks. Honey, my biggest thing was chips, baby. Chips. Oh, and then gummy bears. Oh, Lord, granola bars. I eat those sometime, but they just didn't do well for me. That was nothing but sugar plus chemicals packed as a treat. Low fat and sugar free. No such thing So you have some of these yogurts that are still packed with sugar, diet snacks. They're loaded with artificial sweeteners that keep you addicted. That they feed you the poison and sell you the cure through medicine. And here's my biggest one: plant-based milk and coffee creamers. What I'm talking about. Really? How many almonds you really think they using in that milk? That's water, some chemicals, and they bottle it as an almond milk, and we bought into it. The same thing with the oats. Oats are so cheap. They did the exact same thing in regards to that. Neither one of them are good for you. Neither one. But they sell it to us along with flavored creamers, coffee creamers. That ain't nothing but hidden sugars, plus gums destroying your gut. All that stuff is tearing your gut up. How I know? Because everybody has irritable bowel, Crohn's, all of this stuff going on with your bowels, but not if you eat just meat. Tell them, Robyn.
So here is the thing. The bottom line. This is your takeaway. You do not need permission to eat real food. You don't go to your doctor and tell them, I'm going to eat real food, and your doctor tells you you can't do that. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm just going to eat real food. I'm going to take out the packaged food and the processed food and all of this toxic, disgusting, quote unquote, food that we're eating, right? And I'm going to just eat meat. Or maybe I'm going to be a ketovore and I'm going to eat meat and a little bit of veg. And your doctor says, you can't do that. You must have fruits and vegetables. It's a lie. It's not true. You do not have to. So you don't need your doctor's permission to eat real food, and you don't need a prescription to cook a steak, although a steak is prescription strength medicine. We've been conditioned to think that healing happens in a clinic, in the doctor's office, and literally, we're not healing. We're just taking more and more medicine, and we're not healing. So where does healing start? It starts in your kitchen. And you have the power to start your healing right now by changing what's on your plate. If you're still eating bread and cakes and cookies and pies and toxic seed oils and all of those things, it is time for you to have a real hard look at what it is that you're doing to your body with these products that you're eating. You don't have to wait for an insurance approval to eat beef, butter, bacon, and eggs and add some salt. Now, they told you don't eat too much salt. So here's what Dr. Kilt says. If one of the things is like off, wrong, shouldn't you question everything? So, they're blaming salt for what sugar did, right? So you don't have to wait for a doctor to tell you that less sugar is better. The doctor may never tell you that less sugar is better, although I am starting to hear it like rattling around out there that less sugar is better. Your body knows that you have an overconsumption problem. You're consuming way too much sugar, and that includes sugar from plants, sugar from fruits and vegetables, and sugar from packaged processed foods, right? So I have been watching this happen as I've been doing my coaching practice, right? I'm seeing for men and women, they're coming in swollen, inflamed, exhausted. They can't sleep. They're on pain medication. They're on like slews of medicine. They have all these diagnoses and they feel hopeless because they have tried everything in the book. And within weeks, within days, literally eating simple, clean food, eating meat, they're starting to see their inflammation go away. blood pressure normalization, the resolution of different diagnoses like type 2 diabetes, A1C numbers coming down with no other change except that they have eliminated their sugar, right? And they're happy. They are happy. They're smiling because it's working. So you don't need your lab results to tell you that your joints don't hurt anymore. My brother-in-law, in 3 days on Carnivore, his joints stopped hurting, right? Your sleep is better. Your anxiety. Y'all know I couldn't even drive my car because the trees were making shadows and freaking me out, giving me high anxiety. No longer, no longer. Your body is saying, thank you for finally giving me what I need. It's faith in motion. Like we put our faith in action and take back our power. Because these government systems, they will fail you. But if you're healthy, you don't have to worry about going and get a prescription, going to fill your prescription. I'm not on any prescription medication, although I used to be. So we can't control government agencies, but we can control our plates. And we might not be able to trust every system, but we can trust a steak. God
That's
designed
it.
our bodies to heal. And all we need is to stop fighting our bodies with all this dang on sugar and make a decision and a choice to do the right thing for your body. You don't need anybody's permission to start, just start.
That's it. So if you're tired of waiting for welcome. You can join our tribe. One of the things that we do, we have, like Robyn said earlier, we have a free Facebook group that you can join. Hey, sister girl. Look, we're at the end. We're not trying to sell you a pill. We're not trying to sell you anything like that. We are just wanting you to live your best life. It is just that simple. If nothing else, you can watch us every Monday at 7 Eastern Standard Time right here, where we're going to always share this true message with you. It feels good. How can I live this life medication free, no longer even bothered with a doctor, a hospital? I'm not saying if something happens, you in an accident, you can't control that. But on average, I don't need to go in. I can check my blood pressure. I can do all of those things. And I get my blood work. I want to know what's going on the inside of me. And that's what it is that we have done. You can do it too. Don't you let the fact that Medicaid is doing what it's doing and how they're going up on the premiums. Take control of your life, put yourself first, okay, and start this process of changing what you're eating. You already know it's not good for you. And don't you tell me, last time I ate a steak, my stomach hurt. No, your stomach was so happy about it. It was probably trying to push that other stuff out of the way and you got
Sure.
confused.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So until next time, thank you guys for joining us. We are out of here. See you guys next week.
Bye, everybody.